Okay.
Showtime.
And it's showtime. We are live for Sci-Fi Writers Sci-Fi Writers Play Old School D&D. We have another fantastic roundtable of players getting ready to roll some dice, smash some heads, and hopefully get some money because Wordnan needs a new set of shoes.
Right on.
Running the game is we have Mr. James Ward. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine. Thank you for asking.
And then next to him we have Arlen,
Hi. How's it going?
played by Mark Kern. What's going on over there?
Oh, just looking forward to some old school D&D. I love this Friday.
We have Nick Cole rocking and rolling with Agent of Chaos, who's kind of stuck at the moment. Prometheus.
How's it all going? Everybody having a good Labor Day weekend? We're going to have some fun today. Make sure if you haven't tuned in yet, it's the last day to vote for the Dragon Awards, and you can vote for Galaxy's Edge, or you could vote for Josh Hayes or John Bear Ross. And there's a whole bunch of other categories, and I think the winners will be announced on Monday or Friday.
Ooh, neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Luck to you.
We have Andrew playing Warden of Phoenix. Now, is that done like a W, or is that done like a German W?
German.
Yeah, it's the real deal. It's my name backwards. It's the Greyhawk standard.
So
Greyhawk is a whole nother game.
Right. Yeah. We're just saying no at the moment, but it's all good. I'm broke at the moment, so we're here to raise lots of money. That's our goal, is we need gold.
Right on. Lance Scorpio, played by Galaxy's Edge veteran. What's your name again? J.R. something? I get all confused. I like to think.
So many letters.
So little time. J.R. Hanley.
Outstanding. How are you doing today?
I had coffee. And then we have Levi, the monk who escaped some of our craziness last week, played by Michael Rothman, excuse me.
How you doing? Yes. How goes it, everybody?
Right on.
Wait. So he's still one of those Cuthbert types then?
Yes, he is.
And so is Prometheus, much to his chagrin.
And hate.
And we have the inestimable Walt Robillard acting as the show's producer and playing our cleric Drawn. So any comments, criticism, free Applebee certificate, make sure it gets in Walt's hands.
Oh yeah.
Andrew, you want to catch us up on what happened last week? Andrew, do you want to catch us up on what happened last week?
Sorry, altering spells. Okay. Last week when we left our heroes, we started off returning once again with another poorly thought out plot to preserve our horses, and decided to circumnavigate the outer regions of the ruins, hoping to find a way in. What we found instead was a well that we decided to go down, and used up all our rope to go down, and left our horses picketed but unguarded. That proved foolish in the end. We went down the well and were able to navigate around and discovered three things of interest. One, some coins that were laid out. Two, some rich-looking cockatrice feathers that we thought about trying to get, but realized through augury that we would be suffering the consequences of turning to stone. Instead, we navigated across the corridors, went down in a different direction on our map, which is shared for people who want to see those maps. And we sent Razor down to take a look at the room, and Razor left with a very bad feeling. That very bad feeling was the large beach ball of death known as the Beholder, and we decided to just say no. Instead, what we did was we navigated north and east and wound up running into a statue room of one of our favorite new gods, Anubis. Anubis, the statue, had two large fist-sized ruby eyes, and in his open hand, a small green ion sort of stone. An ion stone itself is a thing that orbits around your head. In this case, this was a shoulder buddy that had some proclivities of a slightly different nature. We discovered a secret door underneath the statue and navigated down, only to encounter a large group of orcs. The wizard made good and knocked out 16 of those wankers. Our warrior classes took out another 4, and then they were buttressed and given assistance by another 10 orcs, 2 rows of shaman, and creatures that we could not identify because of the distance. Our best guess was to run away, which was our choice for the moment. We chose to do so and returned home, licking very few wounds, but with an interesting upgrade for one of our members who has joined with a new deity. That's our background hits on when we last left our heroes.
Dun 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 dun.
James, take it away, sir.
Okay, buddy. First of all, I would like to praise Walt to the skies for the marvelous map work that he does for us while we're playing the game. He puts together very interesting little visuals for us that I really appreciate. Thank you, Walt.
No worries. And just keep in mind, as players, you guys, the tokens that represent your character, if you click on them and hold, you can move those characters around.
Ooh, there we go. All right,
Fancy smancy.
So we're all mounting. I take it we're all, unless we want to buy something in the town of Greyhawk, we're taking our ride over to Greyhawk Castle and its environs.
Yes, and I think the plan today was to scout around the dwarven tower to possibly find a secret entrance into the tower without having to pay the dwarven tithe.
Okay. That's certainly a possibility.
That worked out so well for us last time.
Yeah, that's deep sarcasm there, buddy.
Maybe we can meet a titan this time, or a beholder titan, or a beholder werewolf titan.
A beholder titan. I'm writing that down.
That's nice.
Well, the good news there is we won't be there to worry about it for long.
I really need to put that down on the 20th level of the middle dungeon. Beholder titan. Wow. Okay, so hey, you're walking, or no, are you riding? Yeah, you're riding around the dwarf ruins, and you come to some hills, and you come to some large piles of offal.
Does my
Any kind,
guard
I
dag sniff anything of merit for a trail to follow?
He's a guard dog. He's not a bloodhound.
I have
True.
animal handling and tracking.
You don't do tracking very well, do you there, Prometheus?
I have animal handling and tracking as skills.
Oh, okay. So you could track the footprints from these piles of offal if you wanted to.
Okay.
What-
Does
what-
the
what
animal
kind of-
handling allow me to identify the offal? Is it beast or humanoid?
It's a humanoid thing of very heavy, very large.
Okay. I would like. What about the footprints?
That's what you identified.
Okay. I will track them.
Okay, here we go.
And we're off to the races.
We're going deep into the hills, and after a bit, your horses refuse to go any further.
For what reason?
You can tell that they're terrified.
That means they're sensing something that we don't want to deal with at the moment.
Is my guard dog also terrified?
Yes, he is.
So I've got
Reaper
a
is
question.
terrified. Okay.
I've got speak with animals. Does that go both ways?
You can talk
should.
to him, yeah.
Oh, I
So
could
let
just
me
imagine
use-
this.
Yeah. So let me speak with animals and see if I can, determine from them what is it that they're freaking out over.
Yeah, the horses scream, "Troll!"
Ah, okay.
Are trolls' teeth worth anything?
No.
You could grind them up.
Well, trolls are our primary problem. That's what's been eating all the horses to date. So we have to decide if we think we can brawl with them. I would say it's functional in that we can upgrade 2 of your weapons, but I would rather wait until we got inside before I add that upgrade. So if you guys don't mind skipping the trolls for now, we can.
I was gonna say they normally come in tribes, don't they?
Right.
Yes,
they'll,
they
they'll
do.
probably be a group. And we want to use my upgrade 3rd level spell on them. We're not ready to do that today as I've chosen my elemental blade spell.
We'll go ahead and mark trolls on our maps, and we'll back out of the hills and try to find another location to enter.
Yeah, you don't. You as you're going around, you see this great big black tower in the distance, and that's about it.
The Black Tower is Castle Greyhawk.
No. The black tower is to the north of Castle Greyhawk.
should we investigate the tower?
Well, we haven't seen it before. Well, we saw it last time, but we didn't go check it out. Why not? How bad can it be?
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's check out the black house again.
So very amusing. Okay.
Three-eyed giant.
Yeah, you ride up to the tower, and the tower is huge. And you actually see a black dragon on the top of the tower looking down on you guys.
Smile and back up very slowly.
Okay.
Acid dragon. Not my best. Yeah. No.
It's all about the
All right.
trolls.
So we aren't going to go in the tower and talk to him?
Oh, that
No, I think we'll continue scouting closer around the dwarven tower.
Yeah, okay. Nothing but hills and grasslands.
So it's either pay the tithe or try to deal with the trolls or try to deal. Now you have fireball, right?
I don't. So fireball is a spell I have capable of, but it's not memorized. What I've memorized instead is my elemental blade so that I can upgrade you guys with sort of the first test of this new improved hardware. So
what if we
very effective, but it will be the end of my third level spells up front. I was saving it for the dungeon, but if you want to try it out now, we certainly can and give the trolls a what for.
well, what if we could put fire on the weapons, right?
Correct. What it will do is I can create any of the 4 elements on 2 weapons at my level with the spell, and that will give you an extra 2d4 of damage plus 1 per round.
Right.
So that
and
troll.
How long does that spell last?
50 minutes. 50.
50 minutes.
So
if we were to stop and memorize fireball,
Correct. I could
and shoot the fireball into the troll cave, what would that do for us?
So the challenge I would have is it would take me 50 minutes, 50 minutes to memorize the spell if I was just sitting down here doing it.
Do you have the spell components for that spell?
Yes, I do. Blue belt pouch, sulfur, saltpeter. Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. If that's what you want to do,
James, do the animals can the animals detect? Can the animals detect how many trolls there are from the?
No, they can't. They just know that there's trolls.
All right.
Could we send the pseudo dragon to scout what the location of the trolls is? Is it a cave? Is it a hovel?
He's not going to look for trolls. Trolls regenerate, and they will pop him all day long.
Yeah, but he's flying, right?
It depends on the height, but with a black dragon in this area, I'd rather not fly this area.
Okay.
He gets eaten, and I look like a flaming sphere for about 4 whole glorious seconds until I catch on fire and burn to death.
It isn't really good when your familiar dies. Bad things happen to you.
Well, then I think we're just going to have to go down into the dwarven tower itself.
Okay, I love that idea.
Okay.
We're going to pay the cash? All right.
I think we've got to.
Unless
we can find a way out down there.
That's true. We might be able to find an option B.
You sure you don't want to go in Greyhawk Castle itself?
Yikes.
I keep trying to get you there. Okay, here we are. So you see the 4 dwarves. They look powerful and mean, and they welcome you all to the tower. And they say you know what you have to do, so go down and enjoy yourself.
All right, we'll head down to the first level.
Very good.
Is there a most charismatic one of these guys?
They're all the same gruff, nasty-looking fellows.
I'm going to say to one of them, I'm amazed that you guys always focus on the 10%. What would you think about a wager?
Ooh.
Well, we love wagering.
So maybe when we come back, if you guys are up for a wager, maybe we'll put a bet down. And so we have various things we could do, a test of strength, a couple different things. So maybe if we come up with a good plan, we could bet on it, and maybe that would save us some money, or you'd make a lot more money.
There's a little problem with that. If you come up with money, we can't wager that. But if you go down with the wager, then we can.
So what do you guys normally wager on? Your dwarves, hammers, axe, hammer throw, axe throw. What do you guys?
We do that, or drinking contests.
Drinking contest.
Oh dear Lord.
We have to go with we got an 18 Constitution. We could do that. What do you guys want to do? Test of strength or a drinking contest?
Tests of strength. Let's drinking contest.
There we go. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
So what's the option? Tell us the action.
And how much do you want to wager?
Well, we want to wager for either double percentage or no percentage.
Yeah, so 20%. We'll double what our losses are, or you give us a pass one time.
They love that. They adore that idea.
Awesome. You guys rule. I will give them one of my wineskins of.
No. They have dwarven ale that will be used in the contest.
I'm just giving them as a thank you for taking the wager one of my flasks of Tombstone's Dead Again ale. So I figured they'll like that much better.
They probably sip it and spit it out.
Good stuff.
They're pretty sure that's orc piss.
All right, James, we head down with our wager in
very good.
our heart.
All right. So we get down into the tunnel, that you already have mapped out. That it goes a little bit southeast, and then east, and then it goes south, and then you know that there's a secret door there that's closed, of course, and you can continue south.
We will continue south.
Okay, if that's what you want to do. You come to a big room that's 30 yards by 30 yards. There is a exit that you've come into on the north wall, and in the middle of the south wall is another door.
And what did we encounter here last time?
Hang on, I'm trying to actually find the map in question.
Yeah, you found a big gem on a pedestal.
That's right. And this with the snake room is ahead, right?
Yes.
Can we search this room for secret dwarves?
Of course you can. And let me ask, did everybody go in the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Why not?
Hang on. I'm rolling.
Tests for secret dwarves.
Yeah.
I always test for secret dwarves.
It is kind of funny. Oh my goodness.
John, what are your current hit points, just so I have it on the battle order?
18.
Roger that.
2. Okay. So Levi, a black pudding falls from the ceiling and misses you by inches. Okay, so you see this great big gelatinous thing that's all black on the floor, and if you've seen the marvelous Blob movie, you know just what it looks like, and it's kind of rolling towards you. And I made a mistake. What are we using for light sources?
Continual light stones.
Okay, very good. All right, so rolling towards you, Levi. What do you want to do?
So, that's a good question. I guess I have no choice but to attack.
Okay. You have actually many choices, but if you choose to attack, that's fine.
How big is
what are you attacking with?
Well, I'm actually thinking I've got a flask with cloth in it that I can light and like toss it on this thing.
The thing will be on you before you can do that.
Okay, then I'll use my quarterstaff.
Okay, and you strike it automatically, but unfortunately for you, you can't pull the quarterstaff out of the jelly. Which takes us to my good friend Dron.
Ooh. As I'm updating, can I create fire on this thing?
Yes, you can, but you might hit your good friend Levi.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
So does
We've
Levi.
set everyone on fire before. It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a +1 fire resistor ring.
Oh, that'll be very helpful.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's create fire.
Okay, now, roll a 6-sided die for your dog, Lance.
All right.
Run, Lance, run.
4.
Okay, so the dog rushes the black pudding and takes a great big bite.
Oh,
And
no.
its head is engulfed in the black pudding, and you see it wilt and fall down.
Gary didn't like
Not the Grim Reaper.
Okay, so how much damage do you do, John?
Looking that up now.
Okay, that takes us to Scorpio. What would you like to do?
Am I moving Lance or the hireling first?
No, the hireling is always separate and
Okay.
always last in your group.
Okay.
So James, did I make any damage when I hit the thing with my quarterstaff?
It's very hard to tell.
Okay.
Wait, Levi, you have one of the magic quarterstaffs. You're the other person with a magic quarterstaff, right?
I've got a +1 club, I think. I don't have I don't have
Got
a quarterstaff.
Okay, Scorpio.
I am going to shoot it at a distance with my crossbow.
Okay, and you hit it. Well done. Which takes us to Wordna.
I'm going to interlock my fingers, step forward, and scream charbroil.
Okay, that will get Levi for sure.
It will. It's only a 5-foot arc, and I'm next to him in line.
I'm with you, buddy, but that'll get Levi for sure. Don't go looking up a rule. That's what the referee just told you.
Levi, you have a
Ring of fire
ring of
resistance.
fire resistance.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Sorry, brother. I'm trying to deep fry this thing. Let's see.
All right.
Okay, how many hit points you doing to it?
It's a D3 plus my plus 2 points per level. So I do 14.
Oh, that's very nice. That takes us to Prometheus.
I'm gonna backpedal and stay out of it.
Boldly backpedal and stay out of it. Yes. Prometheus, you're our hero.
I think so.
That takes us to Arlen.
Well, I did this last time, and only one person died. So I guess I can chuck a flask of oil again. Just open it up
Okay,
and
it takes
throw
a little while to prepare that.
I'm all the way in the back.
Okay, you're preparing it for the next round.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Hey,
so
James?
Yes.
The magical fire immediately catches anything within a 3-foot diameter, so it should cook the dog too. That'll smell delicious.
The dog is dead, of course.
It 1d4 plus 1. So I rolled a 3. Obviously now 4 points, so that we can add that to the jelly
So the
screen.
damage already done. Okay,
And
very good.
It'll continue to burn until we put it out, or 1 round per level, so 4 rounds.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. So, Levi, the creature rushes at you. I miss abysmally. So now that takes us to draw this melee round.
I'm going to let it continue to burn, and then I'll put a crossbow bolt into it.
You hit it. Well done. Takes us to Levi.
Let's see. I suppose I can actually take a shot at it with my +1 club.
What a great idea. You hit it automatically, and the club is absorbed into the black jelly.
Damn.
Of course.
Which takes us to Scorpio.
I'm going to shoot it again with my crossbow.
Well
Weapons
done.
aren't working.
Well done. You hit it. That takes us to Wordna.
You better charbroil it.
I just did that.
I know what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, okay, great. It's not your turn, of course.
That's a one and done. I'm going to step back.
Okay. Boldly step back. Okay. Prometheus.
Preparing a flask of flaming oil.
All right, very good. And Arlen, you can toss your oil, but you might hit Levi.
Okay, I tossed the oil.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll a 20-sided die. Tell me what you get, buddy.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
Harlan has rolled a 3.
Didn't I get you with the oil last time, Levi?
No, well, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, no, I got.
Yeah, okay.
John is cute
Levi,
on me.
you're covered in oil that's burning.
Uh-oh.
Lucky for you, you've got that marvelous ring of fire resistance. So you're not pleased, but you're not unhappy. Which takes us to Scorpio's Henchmen.
All right, she is going to fire with her composite bow.
Weapons
Okay.
aren't working.
And
I-
she hits. Well done. Okay, now it's its turn.
What's her name?
Andine Broxton.
Got him called something. Okay. Oh, look at that. I miss Levi again, which is really irritating me tremendously. That takes us to Drawn the Cleric.
I am going to.
Yes, it's still burning.
So fire's not really doing a lot to it, huh? Or it's. Does
Oh
it?
no, it's being consumed for sure.
Yeah, that's one of the few things that actually works on a black pudding. It's
Alright.
just be a question of how long it takes to burn it out.
All right. So if it's not trying to extinguish itself, it takes another 5 points from the fire,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Flame Blade
Ooh, wow.
and strike and try and hit it. Do I automatically hit it, or do I have to roll?
Well, you have to roll that one.
Natural 20 on the Chinese menu.
Okay, you never have to show me that. If you tell me you roll a 20, I believe you, my friend.
Walter
Okay, so-
Sicilian, you might want to ask.
You have cleaved it in half.
So
Okay.
now there are two.
So now there are two of
Probably
them.
Is that good?
Probably not. Yeah, now there are two of them. Takes us to Levi.
Okay, so here's a question. So since this thing is on fire and I've got a flask of oil, is there any preparation needed, or can I just shatter it on the black pudding?
No preparation at all.
So let me slam a flask of oil at it.
Okay, that takes it. You hit. Well done. Takes us to Scorpio.
I am going to pull the red ruby of petrification out of my belt pouch and hold it in my hand, palm up forward, and pray to Anubis to turn the pudding into stone.
Dang you. You turn one of them to solid stone. Takes us to Wordna.
I'm staying where I am for the moment. They were separated, and now the smaller one is still, the non-stone one is still on fire.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'll stand where I am next to Chrome.
Prometheus.
I'm gonna hit the one that's still burning with more fire.
Okay, very good. You hit automatically. And then Arlen.
I don't think I've got an option here, so I'm just gonna hang back.
Okay, very good. So the other half of the black pudding turns into a black liquid that flows all over the floor.
But it's not on fire.
It would probably still be on fire, but it's obviously dead.
Sweet.
Are the weapons that were shot into it still present? Like the +1 club, is it fire resistant? I don't know that it is or not, but yeah.
Right, no. All those weapons are in the stone statue pudding.
Anybody got a chisel?
I'd like to search the burning remains for treasure.
Oh, before we do that, I would actually like to petrify the liquid remains, turn them into stone.
Well, let's search it before we petrify it. Once you petrify it, then you can't search anything.
No treasures for black puddings.
I'd like to check the ceiling for more black puddings.
Good idea.
Let me assure you, if I would have had 2 black puddings in there, none of you would have been alive to tell the tale.
Aha.
All right, is there? I would like to pray over the corpse of my poor guard dog, the Grim Reaper. And first, we would like to tell you, dear listener, that Greyhawk does not condone the killing of dogs. PETA, please don't get upset. But I'd like to see if I could revive it through a prayer to Anubis.
No. It's a burnt husk of a dead dog.
So he's on his knees trying to do mouth to mouth to the dog.
I
No,
forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Scorpio. I forgot to do something.
That can't be good for us.
I know it
Yeah.
really can't. When you guys got, and I really apologize for not telling you all this. When you got to Greyhawk Castle, you were all except for Drawn and Scorpio extremely tired.
Huh. Uh-oh.
You have no idea what that affects. I'm just making it work here right now. Andrew.
So was it upon entry to the tower we got tired?
When you got to Greyhawk Castle.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's
So we're in the dwarf tower. Is that the castle?
no. You're in
No.
Dwarf Tower. Yeah.
Castle's in the center of the area. We're off to the side.
Is there, and Arwen is there. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that, but you're all kind of tired, but maybe eating a little bit of your trail food kind of helps to revive you.
Sounds like a great
Okay.
idea.
So here we are in room number 1, and you've destroyed a black pudding. Well done.
I will resume searching for secret doors.
None.
We will continue on.
Okay, you're going south down a 10-yard wide corridor, 30 yards to a door.
I will check the doors for traps.
Okay,
I like the first version better.
yeah, really. Roll a 6-sided die, and a 6, you're unhappy.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, you find no traps.
Okay. I will declare that the door has no traps and step back.
All right. This will be interesting.
Lance Scorpio, you're our door kicker.
I've been there before. All right. So I am preparing my sword or my flail and shield, and I stand ready to enter on command.
Okay, and you're going to burst the door open?
We've already unlocked it, so I just got to open it.
Okay, you're going to open the door?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your continual light shows you an oddly shaped room that is about 30 yards wide and 60 yards long, north and south. And there are 2 chests filled over the brim with gold coins.
Was this where the dead snakes were?
Yes,
Where are the dead snakes?
you don't see them.
This smells like a trap.
Dungeon keeping came through and cleaned that up. They put a mint on the pillow too. I'm sure it's fine.
Or it's an illusion of some kind.
The chests
Okay,
are
now-
open, though. Correct.
Yeah, they're wide open. Also, in the west wall in the middle, there's a door, and you guys went through that a while back. And in the south wall in the middle, there's a door. And you
Which
didn't go
door?
through
The
there.
west door led to the Anubis zone, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't Anubis. That was Seth.
That's to the.
Yeah.
That's
That's where he became undead.
we're in a different place.
Okay,
That
so
was-
I think we're all going to enter this room, Jim, but we're not going to go for the chest. We're going to try to figure out what's going on here.
Okay, very good. So you're all in the room, and you're all kind of standing around the 2 giant chests filled with gold coins.
I'm suspicious that it's an illusion.
Well, you know, I've taught you now how to find out if it's an illusion.
Push Lance through it.
No.
I pour some wine into my eyes.
Very good. That's exactly what you have to do, and it's definitely not an illusion.
Okay.
Your poor eyes.
Can I detect traps around the area of the chest?
You have to fiddle with the chest to detect traps.
I would like to fiddle with the chest to detect traps.
Roll a d6. If you roll a 6, you're unhappy.
I rolled a 4.
All right, now roll percentile dice for me.
Never say that Prometheus doesn't do anything. 62.
62. You detect no traps whatsoever.
Everything's great.
There are no traps whatsoever on the chest.
That doesn't mean the gold isn't poisoned.
Yes.
That's true. Wow, you're getting good at this game, Scorpio.
Does anybody have the leather gloves from the shaman that might protect?
I have leather gloves, and I'm an experienced poison handler. Do I detect any poison on the coins as I visually inspect them?
Roll me a 6-sided die.
And on a 6, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
You detect no poison whatsoever, but they look a little dull.
I will alert the wizard that the gold coins look a little dull.
Okay.
Which means
Maybe they're not
have some kind of coating.
Yeah.
And they have some coating.
Does anyone have a pole they can stick down into the chest?
Maybe shoot it at a distance with an arrow?
You know, that's always a good idea to inspect for mimics.
I'm going to stand back and I'm going to use my heavy crossbow and I'm going to fire one into the pile of gold.
Okay, and it bounces, and the bolt is destroyed.
Oof. Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in that.
Okay.
What was the bolt destroyed, as in like cracked and splintered and whatnot?
Yes, because of the impact on the coins.
So the gold is dull. Is it just gold in there?
Well, you don't know. It's mounded.
Okay. What's a rough estimate of how much gold if it's all gold?
No, roughly 90,000 a chest.
Well, this is a trap.
Anything good?
I'm going to make a lasso.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Did you buy rope?
Yes. Remember, we had the whole conversation too.
I remember the conversation. I don't remember you saying, "Jim, I'm buying 50 feet of rope."
I did. I had 100. You should. I said I have 110 gold. So at 50 foot, 2 per, that'd be 100 gold. Now I have 10 gold. Then I was like, how about I go steal some money in the marketplace? And you were like, well, let's see what happens. Then I went and stole money in the marketplace. I had to commit crime, Jim. Crime.
Very good. Yes.
I'm
so
gonna
you got a lasso. What are you going to lasso?
So I'm going to get the lasso around one of the chests.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give the other end to Lance Scorpio. And I tell everybody to step back and have Scorpio tip the chest over. Drag it over.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to try to do, Scorpio?
I am.
Okay. Doesn't budge an inch.
Because it's so heavy.
Because it's so heavy.
What if we all put our backs into it?
Yeah.
So you all put your backs into it, and it doesn't budge an inch. It's kind of like it's bolted to the ground.
Okay.
They know us so well.
I shall retrieve my rope.
Okay.
No one has touched the gold yet.
No.
No one has touched the gold yet.
Let's start with Dran. Dran, can you do detect magic on this, please?
Yes. Wow, blowing through spells really fast. Detect magic. Hit it.
None.
Okay. Taking a look with the dragon sight, is there any coating on the material?
Nope.
Okay. So we do have a way to get the money. We could put a one of our backpacks a holding in at an intersect point, which would then allow the money to flow through that way.
I'm all for it. Let's give it a shot.
So how much of the 90,000 gold would you like to put in your bag, Andrew?
So my question is, how much would the bag hold? Do we have any comprehension of that?
I'm sure it would hold both of those boxes.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
180,000 gold coins.
Yeah.
Jim, you're selling it. Jim, you're selling it.
Right. That sale is.
Be cool, Jim.
There's nothing suspicious whatsoever. Nothing.
So it's not magic.
Well, JR has a henchman. He could order her to dig in.
I mean, I lost my dog. You want to lose my henchman? We could do it.
Isn't death kind of your thing?
Apparently not when my guard dog is killed.
As long as you're blessing the souls as they go. The whole function of Anubis is the blessings of souls rightfully bestowed. So yeah, everyone who died.
What about levitate?
And Dean is a practitioner of the Church of Anubis. So
What about levitate?
We'll have her take some cash out.
What about levitate?
It's probably a great spell. I don't have it this round.
All right.
all right, I'm going to send.
You can't expect him to have everything.
Well, I don't know what he has. I just work here.
I see.
All right, so we're going to send Andine, and she's going to take a handful and see what happens. But she's got her gauntlets on. So
Yeah.
it's not her bare hands.
Roll a 6-sided die on a 5 or a 6. You're unhappy with her answer.
Ooh,
Well,
go with Anubis, Andine.
you get sworn at, and she says, "I'm not doing that stupid thing. You do that stupid thing."
Come on, this is what we
There could
paid you
be
the big bucks for.
Does anybody
There
have
could be
a
something.
magnet?
Yeah,
Magnet?
I have magnets as well. So I'll unthread one of my magnets and hand it to Chrome.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How does one get a magnet in I didn't see this on your list. How does one get a magnet
I've used it twice now. I used it in
Okay,
event 1 and event 3.
I'm with you. I want to know how you got that magnet.
Let's see. I purchased it from the player's handbook under magnet, and I took it 20-foot silk rope tied off with 2 magnetic balls with holes in them, one at each end.
Okay.
That's how.
He went to the hardware store like everybody else, you know.
I have a funny feeling I'm not going to be happy with this. Go ahead.
All right, I hand Chrome one of the magnets.
Yeah.
Chrome.
I will approach the chest
Okay.
and I will hold the magnet over a coin.
And one of the coins rises up to the magnet.
Well, it's not gold.
Why is that? I don't know.
Because gold is not magnetic.
Because I can't go on the internet and find out if iron pyrite reacts to magnets.
Okay. So who does anyone have, like I have gems and appraisal.
I have alchemy. Alchemy will give us the answer magnetic.
So I will hand the magnet and the coin back to the wizard.
Can I make an alchemy check to see if I recognize it as pyrite?
Percentile roll, buddy.
Oh, it's percentage. The check is against intelligence -2, and express that as a percentage.
Yes.
Okay, 16, 21, 16, 18 -2. 65%. I rolled a 15.
That's irritating. You recognize all the coins as worthless iron pyrite.
Okay. Drop the coin. Well, let's keep. Actually, Chrome, this might be handy for you. So we can probably pay in pyrite to somebody.
Yeah, we can pull a con.
You can be dishonest and have your alignments changed dramatically. Yeah, sure.
I don't like Chrome at all.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute. So when last I was here, like a session prior to the last, everybody's alignment was all screwed up. So what's everybody's alignment now? Are we back to somewhat normal, or?
Those of you who still are St. Cuthbert are still lawful good, and those of us who are not St. Cuthbert are whatever we are now.
And actually, Prometheus is St. Cuthbert, but he's chaotic nothing.
He's chaotic nothing. He's just chaos. So the question now is, was the gold a trap, or is the gold hiding something?
Yeah.
Lance
I guess
Scorpio,
the question is,
there and find out.
It's definitely bolted down because we couldn't lasso it.
Right.
So maybe it's a pressure trap of some sort.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and bypass this and move on to the south door.
Okay, very good.
Did we retrieve the staff? That maybe we could push the staff in and see what happens.
Retrieve what staff?
The
In the pudding.
Levi's staff, the quarter staff in the pudding.
You mean the one the pudding ate?
Okay.
Yeah, he's-
Answer that.
I'm now down to hand, which is fine. Yeah.
I'm going to give him my quarterstaff, my magic one.
Ooh,
No more
how
pudding
nice.
treatment for that. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
well.
I live to serve.
Okay, so we're opening the southern door.
Yes.
You see a very large statue to Anubis.
Okay, then the other door.
No, with this Anubis statue, I'm going to go in.
Yeah, okay, you're going right in there, and you see a very large room.
Lance, we've dealt with this before.
I'm just going to leave an offering.
No, you've never dealt with this
Yeah,
statue.
no, wrong area. We're in a different section. We're in a different.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
And that was set. Remember, it wasn't Anubis.
Okay.
Oh, this
So,
is-
the statue has a magical bowl with 10 emeralds in it.
What's the size of the room, Jim?
Okay, that's a fair question. 20 yards north and south, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110 yards east and west. And in the southeast corner is another door.
All right, so hang on, cowboy. 60 by 30 was the room with the double chests. Went to the far wall. It was on the what is now the south wall for us.
Yes.
And how far did we travel?
10 yards.
Roger that. And how big is our room? Give me the dimensions one more time.
20 yards north and south.
Got it.
And this door, your door is in the middle of this. Is in the middle of the north wall.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110 yards east and west.
Okay.
And there's a door in the southeast corner.
Got it.
But this statue is gigantic. It's well over 20 feet tall. It has that bowl filled with emeralds. And the murals on the wall are all of Egyptian wizards casting spells against orcs and the wizards have emeralds in their hands.
So the room we just left where the corpse of the past animal, I would like to pick that up and place it at the altar to send his soul to Anubis.
No, you don't do that. When you touch and bless the soul of the dog, it will be waiting for you when you die and go up to heavens.
Okay. Well, then I will take 500 of my gold and place it in the foot of the altar.
How in the world are you carrying 500 gold?
He's got one of those backpacks.
I get the backpack of holding.
You got a backpack. And where are you putting it?
At the foot of the altar as a blessing to Anubis.
Okay. One of the green emeralds rises up from the bowl and goes to your hand.
I will take that and will it allow me to place it in my belt pouch?
Yeah, sure. I have to write down you guys killed a black pudding.
Since it's split in half, do we get credit twice?
No.
JR, let's do a quick commercial real quick. James, what are you working on this week?
I am still doing my pathing book for Troll Lords and my Dragon Scales adventure for Stephen Lee on Fireside Creations. And now I made the mistake of telling a very good friend of mine that I'll help him with his novel. So now I'm helping someone finish a novel.
And who is that friend? Craig Martell?
No, this was Steve Peake. He's been a lifelong friend of mine, and
okay.
And I owe him many favors, and I always pay back my favors.
Okay, all right. So now we're in this room, and one of the gems has risen up to land Scorpio. It's a room where there's a lot of hieroglyphs on the walls, indicating that these sorcerers defeated orcs with gems.
Yes.
And I would like to encourage all of the party participants to follow Anubis. He is a good god. The best god.
I don't think Drawn agrees with you.
I would like to
Oh,
examine the statue for any secret panels.
Yeah, nope, none of that. And then Scorpio doesn't like you touching that statue.
Okay. What about the walls for secret doors?
Yeah, that'll take hours and hours to check.
110 on each side. It's a long walk.
Yes, it is.
Can we see anything with detect invisibility or anything like that? Anything that looks like a secret door?
No, no, no.
Hmm.
I will while they are inspecting, I will be praying to Anubis
Can
for insight and wisdom.
oh
Okay.
god, can with Prometheus's heritage, can he just walk down the walls and kind of happen?
That's right.
On
I'm an
any
elf.
Yeah, you.
He actually has to spend some time and effort look for a secret door.
Yeah, but it's.
I would like to spend time and effort.
Okay, so how many 10-yard sections at 22 minutes a section do you want to check out?
I'll give one random section a chance.
Okay, no secret door.
Okay, good.
Spellcraft, tell me anything about the spells being cast by these emeralds against the orcs?
No, they're all some kind of weird green holy spell coming from a wizard, which you find very strange.
Huh.
Does my NWP of religion augment my chance at understanding it or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
Does he let us? Oh, go ahead.
Lance Scorpio have any understanding of what the gem does for him, or is it just a gem?
It's
Well-
just a gem right now.
Okay. We already know that the green emerald we got last week was protection versus petrification.
Yeah, and that's floating at your shoulder, which is making you famous in the city of Greyhawk.
Infamous, famous. So have we gotten any response from the great god Anubis on advice to our prayer, to my prayer, and to Ian Dean's prayer? Because I'm sure she's praying too.
Yeah, okay. So you roll percentile dice, and if you roll a 95 or higher percent, you're very unhappy.
93. Ooh, scraped under.
You feel the glaring eye of Anubis, wondering why you're bothering him.
I think maybe it's best if we don't stick around.
So we'll go to the door that exits this room.
Yeah, okay. You mean the one in the south wall?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. This will be wonderful. Let's see what this is. Look at that. Okay, so the door opens into a huge room. Ooh, I didn't expect this.
That's not good.
I know. Okay, so there's a big sarcophagus in the middle of the room with hieroglyphics all over it. Yes, you will be able to read them, Wordna. And there are exits in every wall.
How big is the room?
Yeah, okay, I knew you were going to ask that. Okay, so it's 50 yards by 40 yards. 50 yards east and west, 40 yards north and south, and in the middle of each of the walls is some kind of exit. In the north and south walls, it's doors. In the west wall, is just an archway that you can go through, but in the east wall, it's a circular staircase down.
I don't think we're ready to go down there.
What do the hieroglyphs tell Wordna?
Yeah, I'm going to take a little read of what I can see on the sarcophagus.
That's fine. The typical curse all who open the sarcophagus, and there is an archpriest of Ra in the sarcophagus.
So Ra is the sun god. Ra is the guy in charge of all the Egyptian gods. Ra is the leader of the pedigree behind those guys. And if truly a priest of the sun god is here, those of us who are good would not crack this thing.
Uh-huh.
Is the
Checking
sun
for
god-
traps on the sarcophagus.
Let's see. How shall I say this? You were told by Wordna that it's cursed. So you're positive that there's some kind of magical trap that will do terrible things to you.
Well, why would I be positive there's magical curse if it just is just a warning sign?
No, Wordner read the hieroglyphics that said the sarcophagus was cursed.
Can you dispel magic?
I don't know. Ask him.
Word no.
No, I'm not the dispel magic guy.
Draw.
I thought that was drawn.
Yeah, I don't have it right now.
I don't have it either right now. So
Boy,
Is-
Prometheus, your buddies just don't have any spells that you think they should have.
So were Anubis and Ra on the same page, or
Yeah.
were they at
absolutely,
odds?
absolutely.
yes, Anubis takes dictation from Ra. Ra leads Osiris to second position. Anubis and Horus level guys and Thoth are all the next level down.
Yep.
So does my newfound religious teachings tell me anything else than the warning about what is inside?
Well, you're pretty positive there's a mummy inside.
Yeah, which would be all bad.
If it's an archpriest, you're pretty positive it's a powerful mummy.
Right, that would be bad too. You might have a shot at turning it if we actually want to mess with this curse.
Well, no, not Scorpio. Maybe Drawn.
Do we want to?
A fighter, he can't turn anything.
I can pray to Anubis though to send their souls.
That's
Yeah.
true. Do you have augury?
I know I haven't. I bought the Ankh, which is the holy symbol, but I'm not sure if
He's a
if that
fighter.
transfers.
He has no holy spells.
No, sorry. I'm talking to Drawn. Drawn, do you have
Okay.
augury?
Hold on one second. I don't think so. I have.
I do.
Ooh, nice.
Arlen
does.
has it.
Leroy Jenkins.
No. It's Cuthbert now.
You poor thing.
Yeah.
Praise Anubis.
He took the upgrade. All right, so that might be the question: is will this affect your Drawn standing with Anubis?
So, do you want to cast augury?
Yeah, I'll cast augury and I'll ask
So,
Saint
roll it.
Cuthbert.
roll a 6-sided die. The higher, the better.
Okay, 4.
All right, very good. So your augury tells you that Drawn, Levi, Lance, and Werdna will die when the sarcophagus is opened.
Important safety note: let's not do that.
Pretty sure everyone dies if you open that.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so we have the archway or the door or the level diving, which has not treated us terribly well. Let's try the golden arches.
Okay, the archway.
Before we leave, I will say a prayer over the dead Ra servant.
Let's see. That's roll a 6-sided die. On a 6, you're very unhappy.
Apparently, praying is bad. I got a 5.
Got a 5. Okay, you've raised the anger of the god Ra.
That's not good.
Well, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, leave
Okay.
the room.
So you go 10 yards, and then it opens up into another room. The room is 30 yards by 30 yards. The door you came in is in the middle of the east wall, and there's another door in the middle of the west wall.
And is it a door like this one, an archway instead of a door?
No, it's a door.
Got it. And that's the only other door. Anything in the room?
No, nothing in this one.
I'd like to look up, down, and all around.
Okay, so you don't get attacked by a black pudding or green slime.
Damn.
See? Glass half full. Love that. I feel like
What, are they on the roof or on the floor somewhere?
They're on the ceilings. But they aren't here because someone looked up and down and all around.
let's go up to the door. And you said it's a regular looking door?
Well, as you look at it now, you see that it is covered in a mural. And the mural is of an Egyptian wizard casting a spell with an emerald.
And spellcraft and religion don't give me any comprehension of what the spell is.
Not a thing.
Okay.
How about we have Lance Scorpio with his holding the green emerald in one hand open the door?
I will do that.
Okay. Door opens into it's fireflies. Fireflies are flying all around this next room, and you see two chests, a middle-sized chest. They're like 4 foot by 4 foot, and they're mounded over with silver coins.
How big is the room?
The room is 40 yards north and south by 30 yards east and west, with a door in the middle of the east wall.
Using animal handling, can I tell what these fireflies are?
No, good question, but no.
So
Can I talk
so
to
we
them?
came from-
No.
We came from the west door.
No, you came from, you went through the west door.
Into another room that was connected.
Yes.
I don't understand where the other door is.
Is there another door?
There isn't another door.
This is just a 30 by 40 room.
This is what you call your dead end room with two chests filled with silver and very strange lightning bugs filling the entire room with glowing bits of light.
Silver
I'm gonna-
in quotes.
So what?
I would like to light a torch.
It's
We have
lit.
continual light stones.
I'd like to hold the torch out and see if the fireflies collect around it.
No, they don't.
They're not regular. I'll extinguish the torch.
Okay.
I will advance into the room to check the chests.
Okay, he disappears.
Yep.
It's a portal.
Yep. Hate these.
All right. So do we follow him?
Yeah.
I follow.
Okay, everybody follows.
Yep.
Yep.
Battle order.
Okay, the servant, Lance, says, this is really dangerous stuff. You're going to have to give me 50 more gold when we get back to Greyhawk.
Oh.
Ooh. Do it for Anubis.
No, 50 more gold.
25.
Okay, 25. And she walks in with everybody. And here you are in the middle of this room. And those two big chests of silver and the lightning bugs are all around you.
But didn't we disappear?
So
You disappeared for seconds, and then everybody else followed you.
Okay, but it's still
But we're in
the same room.
It appears to be the same room, yes.
Wave the torch thing again. See if there's any difference.
Nope, no difference.
All right. I would like to fire an arrow into the chest.
Bonk and breaks the arrow.
I will check the chest for traps.
There's hieroglyphics all over the chest.
Well, Werdner reads those.
Doing
I want to learn to read those.
I can teach you. If you have an NWP slot, I can teach you.
There we go. And this the chests say the same thing every other chest is saying. You're cursed if you mess around with this chest.
Well, if you guys want some money, you better start doing something. Otherwise, you're just taking a tour, and you're not going to end up with anything.
Well, hard to know what the curse is.
And Jim's got us
Well,
gun
because I'm
shy.
completely chaotic. I'm going to flip open the chest.
There you go.
No, they're both open. They're both open and mounded in silver.
All right, I'm
Or
going to pull out
pyrite.
a handful of silver.
I'm sorry, what are you going to do,
I'm going to
Prometheus?
pull out a handful of silver.
Magic saving throw, please.
Why not? Don't make it.
Okay. He turns into a 10-inch long black ant.
An ant.
Levi, you've got animal language.
Isn't
Yeah.
you
Check
gotta roll-
on him.
can I talk to Prometheus?
Insect, not an animal.
Yeah, it's an insect, not an animal.
Oh.
I would have told you that, but Andrew felt the need to be the DM again.
Oh. Sorry.
Is he making threatening moves towards us, or is he just standing there?
He's kind of scuttling away.
Let's grab him.
All right, I'm going to pull my rope out and lasso a collar to restrain the great and mighty Prometheus.
That's
Okay,
impressive.
you roped him in the middle of his belly, and he can't move any further.
I'm going to hand the new leash to Andine so she can earn that extra 25 freaking gold pieces.
Okay, very good.
I'm a 10-inch long ant or a 10-foot long ant.
You're 10-inch long ant.
Yeah,
If you were
I
10-foot
don't
long
understand that.
ant, you'd
Yeah.
be eating everybody.
And I'm an ant, right? So I can do whatever I want.
You're an ant. Yeah, you're an ant.
A chaotic.
You're not Prometheus.
Oh,
You
okay.
are an ant.
Okay. Well, great.
You live in
not
the high
a
life.
chaotic ant.
I bet you wish somebody had a remove curse.
Something.
Drawn, you can pray for that. Do you want to pray for that to try and fix him?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay, so if you roll 95 or higher, you're very unhappy.
Who, me or him?
Drawn, who is praying for you.
He always gets the good rolls.
23.
A 23. What are you giving up to have this remove curse?
Oh, which spell?
No. What are you giving up in sacrifice?
One copper.
How about I burn the +1 club of St. Cuthbert?
Yeah, that's fine. You bet. And Prometheus comes back to you alive and well.
Hey,
All right,
thanks,
I'll
buddy.
retrieve my rope.
I owe you.
I'm not scared. We know where you live.
So was it real silver?
We don't know. We haven't investigated that yet.
We're gonna play this
So we know-
the magnet trick again.
Yeah, you can do the stupid magnets again. I really like that idea. Doesn't spoil my fun at all.
Here to serve.
And remember, Prometheus came up with that one.
Yeah, well.
That's
Be
why
that
you're.
as it may.
That's why you became
So
an ant.
obviously it's cursed. Let's move on through this.
You're
Okay.
the one who said we should start.
Yeah, he was, of course, but the hypocrite in him doesn't care.
No,
the guy
the
gets turned into an
the
insect.
true
and he
chaotic
gets-
doesn't care.
So you're going back through the eastern door?
So because my action was so chaotic,
Yes.
didn't that sort of break my connection with Cuthbert?
No. Cuthbert loves you.
No, because that whole thing is lawful.
Prometheus.
Cuthbert
I should feel like a thorn or a pebble, or I should be very uncomfortable to that kind of person.
Cuthbert cannot wait to get you back in the temple.
Anubis loves you. He will be there for you.
Can we search the far wall and see if there's any secret doors?
And there isn't, of course.
Okay. All right, so then it's back through if we want to go, and then we got to go take the south door, the staircase. and-
Did we test the magnets on the silver?
No,
Yes, you
both?
did it. The magnets didn't work on the silver.
oh, so it actually probably is silver. Interesting.
Yeah.
So who has
we-
the emerald?
Which I have the emerald of that we found earlier. Yes.
I mean, can the remove curse work on that on the silver?
The remove curse was drawn.
It worked on Prometheus.
Does the emerald have remove curse on it, or can it do that, or something?
He doesn't know because
So I was going to ask Werdna to investigate the emerald that came to me when I tithed.
Okay, so you want him to hold it in his hand?
So the challenge of me doing that is twofold. One, I have inherent magic resistance, which will probably mess with that thing. Or two, if it does to me what it did to you, it would try and convert me to Anubis, which I have no interest in.
Okay, but is there any way you could investigate it and tell me what it does or what it is, other than just a green emerald?
I can look at it and try spellcraft. I can cast Identify on it. All these are things that I can try. So by looking at it, Jim, is there anything I have any sense of? Does it look like the other emerald that's floating around Lance at the moment? Does it look
Nope,
like?
it doesn't look like that one at all. It's a little bit bigger, and you get an uneasy feeling when you check it out.
Okay. With appraisal, what would I think it's worth?
No, probably 5,000 gold.
All right, so it's serious coinage, but it's definitely probably of the evocation or alteration family. Not anything I would touch. Whoever does touch it, so you as a newbie probably can touch and deploy it, whereas I cannot without an effect.
Didn't the hieroglyphs have it shown being used against
The trolls, yes.
the trolls? Yeah.
I saw orcs. I didn't see any trolls, but
Orcs,
okay,
right,
orcs.
orcs. Yeah.
Does having the gem in your possession allow you to pick up the silver?
He has no idea.
Mark, try.
All right, I will hold the gem in one hand. I've got the protection from petrification in my belt pouch, so it's close to my body, and I'm going to use my other hand to reach in and grab the silver, which we know is not iron pyrite.
Percentile dice, please.
All good till the crying starts.
Protection
76.
against insect.
76. He turns into a great big black ant, 10 inches long.
Oh, now who did this, Lance?
Yep.
So the stone did nothing to protect me.
No.
That was not helpful.
So he's starting to skitter away.
Who can lasso? Who lassoed the last ant?
I will
Lance.
lasso. I have rope. I'll lasso the ant.
Okay, let's see if you hit him. Roll a 20-sided die.
2.
You miss.
My rolls are great.
I'll try.
That's the second 2 I rolled.
I'll go ahead and try. I've got some rope as well.
Go ahead, give it a try.
13.
That's a wonderful hit. You rope him in the middle, and now he can't move, much to his horror and chagrin.
I feed the ant some sugar. I have spices in my pouch.
Oh, that's wonderful. The ant is so pleased.
So while we're trying to figure out what our next step is, Levi, you had some stuff you wanted to pimp, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I actually have a charity thing going on. So I've got a book called Darwin's Cipher. It's all about some guy who comes up with a cure for cancer, or a supposed cure for cancer, but the cure has been stolen by nefarious types and misused to the detriment of the world. And all proceeds for it are actually going to the American Cancer Society. So,
Oh, well done, sir. Well done.
Awesome.
so it's on sale, and proceeds go to the Cancer Society through next Monday, or the 7th.
That's fantastic. Can people go and get that at the usual places like Amazon and whatnot?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all of the above.
And what was it called?
Darwin's Cipher.
Okay.
DARWIN'.
Darwin's Cipher.
Cipher.
Sounds like a truly thrilling read. Okay, so what exits are from this room?
So our only option is the teleport option, I think, right?
No, there's a door in the east wall, in the middle of the east wall.
But that's the door we. Oh no, we're in the teleport room.
Okay, who said?
So we're still in the room with the. We're in the second room with the chests of silver. Is that true?
You're in a room with 2 chests of silver.
How many exits are there from this room?
Just one in the middle of the east wall.
Are there hieroglyphs on the wall?
No.
So assuming we're where we were, that could be here. This is
What
where
if
teleport from.
What if the ant touches the chest again?
Oh boy.
You have no idea.
Why is your thought to set it down on top of the money?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it pops him back. Double negative.
Or maybe if you put him on top of the silver, maybe he knocks a couple coins off or something.
Is that what you're doing?
It's like one of those claw machines that grab the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
put him on top of the silver again.
Okay, very good. So, his body comes back and he's dead.
Ooh.
Huh.
Great.
Okay,
But he's
well,
in the arms of Anubis.
well, we're halfway there now.
Glass half full.
See?
Okay. What if I pick up his arm and I flop it over onto the chest?
He's still dead.
He's still dead.
Oh dear.
Mostly dead?
No, pretty much all the way dead.
Okay.
Do I get a saving throw?
Nope, you don't.
Okay. Let's
This is
stuff
like a-
him. Well, okay. I'm going to go back to the door and I'm going to drag him back through the door.
Okay.
All right. And go through it.
All right, very good. You go through the door.
Am I back in the other room?
No, you're in a completely different place.
Got it.
Does everybody follow me?
I am following.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep. Let's
I
go.
have no pressing plans. I went.
So I'm going to tell the henchman to carry her dead master till I can get him back to life.
Yeah, we
She'll
can just.
be happy. She'll be happy to do that since he owes him money.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we just stuff him in the backpack?
You
Now
could.
make her carry him.
Okay.
She needs to
Maybe.
do something instead of bitch.
She's not really carrying him. She's dragging him by the heel, and
What
his
else?
head is bouncing on the cobblestones.
Don't do that.
What is the? Hey, stop eating all that. What is the dimensions of this new room?
Well, it's kind of a corridor that's
Okay.
that's 20 yards east and west,
Mm-hmm.
and 50 yards north and south.
At like a T junction.
Not really. It's kind of a double L. They're in the northeast wall. There's another 20-yard corridor, and in the southeast wall, there's a 10-yard corridor.
So we open the door and we're looking at like a four-way. It sounds like what you're saying, or a three-way.
Yeah, three-way.
Okay. So we open that up and it goes north, it goes south, and it goes east.
It doesn't go south. In the south end of the room, there is an east corridor.
All right. So wait, it isn't actually a corridor. It's starting as a room. Can you tell me anything about the size of the room?
It's 20 yards east and west by 50 yards north and south.
Roger that.
Let's take the east corridor.
Well, there's two of them.
The one in the south end of the room.
Okay, very good. So you go 10, 20, 30, and there's a door to the south, and you can continue east.
I will examine the door.
Role play how you're doing that, my friend.
Well, I'm going to visually inspect it first. No markings, looking for obvious
You,
traps.
you see some very odd burn holes.
Odd burn holes.
Yeah.
Describe those odd burn holes.
Imagine a cigarette in paper,
Right?
and you have like 8 or 9 of those.
And where are those? In the door frame itself?
They're in the door itself, in around the middle.
Okay. Is there
Almost like
a
some
latch and
fireflies
locking
right
me-
into it.
Yeah.
Is there a latch and locking mechanism?
There is a latch and locking mechanism.
And that's like obviously to the facing the right of the door, about
Yeah.
lower half.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay, I will avoid that area, standing in front of the door where the cigarette holes are,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a little bit of my rope and lasso it around the hatch
Yes.
and tell everybody to stand back, and then I'm going to gently pull on the latch.
Door opens.
Okay, I'll give a peek inside.
10-yard corridor going south.
Look up and down and all around.
In the south, there's an odd glow.
I'm gonna flick a coin through the door.
Okay, it lights up the area, and you see how many are there? You see three Egyptian-style skeletons with glowing green Kadish swords, and they're coming up the corridor towards you with obvious evil intent.
I will alert the cleric that now he has been summoned to his hour.
Okay.
Which cleric?
The only
You're all the same to me.
Arlen, did you
Great.
want to take this one, and I'll act in reserve?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? Yeah. So you're gonna try to turn them, my friend?
Yes, I'll take out my holy symbol of the Club of Saint Cuthbert and hold it before me.
And roll a 20-sided die and tell me the number.
Oh, that's close.
An 11.
An 11. Okay, so
Out of 10.
1, 2, 3. All right. So 3 swords chop at you. One hits, another hits, the last one hits.
Dear Lord.
Leroy was better.
Yeah, Leroy was better. St. Cuthbert sucks.
It really was. Wow. Anyway, okay, that's gonna be that. So that's 12 points of damage,
Ooh.
and you feel poisoned. So now you make your save versus poison.
Okay. Here goes.
Goes.
Oh, yeah.
Easily,
Oh,
17.
yeah. You easily resisted. Okay, so that's what's happening. Let's start with John.
They're skeletons, right?
Yes,
I turn them.
you'll try to turn them.
It says I turn them automatically at level 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
2d4.
Yeah, great. You'll
That's
try
how
to
you play D&D, James.
Unfortunately, there's something you don't know about these skeletons.
Oh, they're part of the
our
skeletal
buddy-
union.
Our buddy John is rolling a 20-sided die.
I love
They're,
it.
they're as fake as the gold.
Here's one, the upgrade.
A 16.
Okay, you definitely turn. What are you gonna get? You're gonna get.
So-
All of them turn around and run away.
So present the holy symbol.
Yeah.
Super cool glowing light. Have at ye.
They all run away.
Let's follow them.
Did they drop their swords?
No, of course not.
That would be at level 6.
I will follow them down the corridor.
Okay. They run into a great big room, and then they run south to a door, and they run through that door. But naturally, you see a great big pile of treasure in this room.
And they don't spring any traps or anything.
No.
It goes further south.
Yeah, it's a great big room. It's from where you guys are standing. It's an odd-shaped room. Okay, so it's 50 by 20 where you guys are standing, and if you go like 20 feet into the room, there's another 30 yards up above to the north.
So, hey, John, if I give you my club of Cuthbert, is there any way you can pray to get Lance Scorpio back?
No way.
No, I'm not a. You mean like
Yeah.
to sacrifice it?
Yeah.
I'm not high enough level to do a raise dead spell.
Okay.
I think that's level 5 cleric spell, isn't it?
Raise dead. I think it's 6th level.
6th level, yeah. So I have to be what is it, level 10? Like actual character level 10 or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's top of the food chain.
Okay.
But
Jeff-
Lance, or rather JR, while Lance is being dragged through the streets, can actually probably play Andine. So that way he's not just.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So, Lance, you're a woman right now. Bitchy one, too.
But attractive, very attractive.
What?
Very attractive.
I get the dimensions of the room again, Jim. I had to switch side.
Okay,
When
so
did I enlist in the
think-
Navy?
think of it
What?
as 2 rooms. Okay, the one room you're standing in there's a 10-yard corridor that goes down into a 20 by 20 yard area.
Okay.
Where's the gold?
I'll get to that in just a second. So you got that figured out,
Here's
Andrew?
open. Here's open.
Okay, so 10-yard area goes into a 20 by 20 area, and then along the west wall, there's a 30 by 30 yard area.
And when you say area, you don't say room, so you're saying
It's one big conglomeration of area.
And what are in these areas?
That's a fair question. In the middle of the floor, there is an amazing diadem of diamonds.
Ooh, there's some money.
There's 400 gold. There are odd bracers with black opals in them.
Ooh.
And there's some kind of strange sphere of gold. SPHERE of gold. Well,
What makes it so strange?
you've never seen a sphere of gold ever.
That's in the center area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so. Let's see if I have this right, Jim, just to make sure.
Let me see. Yeah,
So-
you did a perfect job there, my friend.
Teleport went down, shows the south corridor, 20 by 30, 30 by
Yep.
10 by 20, and 30 by 20.
Yes, very good.
And what is in that lower area? Are we able to see, or do we have to go look?
Yeah, you can see it. There's a door down there
Oh, sorry. Where is that door? On the southern wall?
in the middle of the southern wall. Yeah.
Roger.
I will approach the pile of treasure and try to visually inspect for any kind of obvious traps.
Okay, roll percentile dice.
How about an 82?
You're positive there's no traps.
Hey, there's no traps, guys.
Thank God. Or thank Anubis. Or
Praise
thank
Anubis.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
Levi, I bet those bracers are calling to you.
Oh, they are. I'm sure they are.
All right, so guys, catch me up while I was mapping. There's a set of bracers. There's a chest, and there's a pile of gold on the ground.
And
No chest.
there's
No
a pile
chest.
of gold, there's bracers, and then there is a golden orb, and then there is a diadem with a lot of gems. Using appraisal, can I appraise the value of that diadem?
Do you have appraisal?
I sure do.
Wow, that's nice of you. Yeah, you think it's roughly 9,000 gold.
Thank you, Wordna, for getting me a praise.
Thank you, Wordna.
Wordna lives to serve. You said a gold sphere, Jim. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about the gold sphere.
It's a softball-sized sphere of gold.
Floating?
No, it's not floating. It's just resting on the floor.
And of course, Andine will continue to pray for Lance's poor soul.
In character, Lance. In character.
I would like to pray for his soul.
There we go.
That's how we get into trouble.
D&D.
All right.
Look over the money and the sphere. Anything unusual about them to my vision?
This all of the gold coins have pictures of Anubis on one side.
So they're marked coins. Is the sphere featureless?
It is. You haven't really looked at it very carefully.
Let's take a look here. Hang on.
Sphere of annihilation. Do I get a guess? And like, if I get it right, you have to give it to me.
I'd be happy to give you a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah. That'll only hurt for a moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to control it with my mind.
No, it doesn't happen.
I'm gonna walk over and look it over carefully, seeing if alchemy or gem cutting or spellcraft helps in any way.
Roll a 6-sided die.
Roger that.
If you get a 6, you're deliriously happy.
Deliriously happy. I got a 5, so I'm moderately happy.
You're pretty sure it's magical in some way.
Okay.
At the end of the day, someone has to pick this shit up.
I'll pick up the sphere.
Roll a 6-sided die. On a 6, you're not happy.
Is there a magic resistance component to that?
Nope. Good question, though.
1, though.
Okay. It appears to be a crystal ball. What would you like to look at?
Ah, excellent.
Ooh.
Standard scrying, or attuning with it. Can I scry with it, or is it audience or voyance? Do I know once I connect?
Looks like you can do a little bit of everything. It looks like you could reach through it and grab things.
Oh,
Dear
So-
Lord.
this is more like a mirror. Oh, wow. So like the mirror version.
Grab my sword. No, that'd piss the wizard off.
Oh
Right.
man, that would be bad, buddy.
Yeah, that would be sort of a two-way exchange, which I would not recover from.
Yeah, really. 2 hits. You get hit, you go down.
Yeah,
Maybe we could find a scroll of Resurrect Dead that the cleric could read to
His
bring back in Scorpio.
So his level is so low that would be disastrous. Hang on one second here.
How about a ring of Resurrect Dead?
Wouldn't that be nice? I've never heard of one of those.
Or a ring of regeneration, just slip it on
They
his finger.
exist. They
No,
exist, Jim.
you can't do that when he's dead.
So, sorry, that's on my side. So let's see. So I can scry known things.
Do you have to use it right now, or can you wait?
No, we can definitely wait. So I'm going to wrap it in the small sack and then secure it in the large sack and set it inside the bag of holding so it won't get damaged.
Okay.
Do you want to take the money?
Who wants to pick up the crown? Who wants to be the next guinea pig?
It's not a crown, it's a diadem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick up
Well,
the Sissa crown. Oh, go ahead. You want it, Arlen?
I was
mean,
gonna
Levi?
say I was gonna look at the bracers. Is there anything unusual about them? Do they glow? Do they do anything interesting?
The bracers?
Yeah.
You're holding them in your hand?
I was gonna visually inspect first.
Okay. They got weird snake symbols all over them.
Does religion make us think it looks like symbols of Set?
No, but it could be.
Crap.
Can I make a religion roll?
You haven't been in the sect long enough to do that.
Mhm.
He wasn't a convert.
Yeah, he is a convert, but he's new to
There's
his
no
faith.
writing. It's just the imagery, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the Land Scorpio's whore to pick up the and put
She
it in
does-
the bag.
She does not like the sound of that.
I don't care what you like, but if you don't do it, you're not getting paid, and you work for us.
Let's see. Okay, so what are you telling her to do?
Scoop up that gold and put it in the bag of holding.
She can do that. Whose bag of holding am I putting that in?
Her bosses, where she'll get paid from.
Lance is still got the bag of holding on his corpse.
His dead back.
Okay, so that is 400 gold.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
Throw that item in there too.
Okay, she reaches in the diadem and turns into a 10-inch long black ant.
Damn.
Ah.
That's why you always have henchmen.
Well, now she's not carrying him, so I think Lance and the ant are going to go in the bag.
All right, that's fine.
What if the ant gets hungry?
Or suffocates, but apparently we don't care about
You
that.
usually get a pretty good period of time. I mean, so a bag of holding, the duration isn't terrible, but a backpack of holding is a lot more.
We could open the flap every once in a while.
Yeah, we can. All right, if we remember, which will be bad. Let's do this. Well, we could walk the ant. No, that'll get. All right, I guess we'll go with there. Which one of you guys can carry the bag of holding? I've already got one, so I can't carry a second.
I'll carry it. I can just stuff my own backpack in there, and then I'll just throw it on my back.
All right.
Easily.
So your job is to remember to open it pretty regularly.
Okay, so So, Dron, please do me a favor
Yes.
and roll a 6-sided die. And on a 6, that poor ant is in deep trouble.
Oh man.
A 3.
Just wasn't my day. I got excited about Anubis.
Okay.
All
right.
So what else is in? Did Levi handle the bracers?
Levi
Not
is
yet.
holding them. He's
Oh,
looking.
you are excellent.
And the diadem is still on the floor.
Can we use Levi? You have my magical quarterstaff. Do you want to use that to lift up the diadem and put it in Lance's bag of holding?
So,
That sounds like a great
real
idea.
quick, can I drop the ant back on the diadem?
Oh my!
Yes, of course you can.
Okay. wait.
Ah,
Oh,
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Corpse.
Okay, so you drop the ant on the diadem, and it turns back into her, and she's dead.
Make sure
Okay.
you
Okay.
rob that corpse. She had some gold on her.
Well, now we don't have to vent the backpack every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll rifle her body and leave her here.
Yeah, okay, not a lot there.
She had 650 gold in her.
No, she didn't. She had that put in her safety deposit box.
Oh, dang it! I was trying to get that gold back. That 500 deposit.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not
I'll
it.
stuff her. I'll stuff her in the bag anyways. And on the off chance there's like a resurrection fountain, I might dip her in. But she was kind of
All right, very good.
just want to let her know. Like charm goes a long way. You know what the difference between a dog and a pig is? Personality. One is the best friend, and the other is bacon.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
All right.
Is,
So
is any of this pissing off people who are lawful? Because it should. Because I'm chaos. I'm chaos. Chaos, bitches.
Levi, do you want to try and bring the diadem? Can you try and pull that into the pack?
yeah, let me. I'm gonna use the quarterstaff to use the far end of the quarterstaff to see if I can manipulate, push the diadem toward and into the
Like, I
the
mean,
bag
like,
of holding.
if someone reaches
Okay,
in the
so do me a favor, Levi, and roll a 6-sided die. On a 6, you're very unhappy.
God,
Jim,
things
Jim knew I had a good warning. Yeah, it's a 6.
Oh,
What'd you
Oh,
roll,
great.
Levi?
thank God.
Levi disappeared.
Oh,
He rolled a 3.
3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so fine. The diadem goes right in the bag.
Yeah, I'm probably do the same trick with the bracer.
Okay, there's 2 bracers.
Put that away.
You're doing the same trick?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a 6-sided die on a 5 or a 6. You're very happy, but everybody else is unhappy.
Oh dear.
Even the dead guy.
Even the dead guys. Yes. The dead, delicious guys.
3.
Okay, very good. They go right in the bag.
Excellent.
okay.
Where
So
to?
options from here, we can go to that southern door of the larger room. The 30 by 30 has a door on the southern wall.
Let's go for that. We go to that door, James.
Okay, there's weird burn holes in the middle of the door.
I will execute my same tactic.
Door opens into another big, odd room.
Okay. Tell me about the big and oddness.
So the middle of the room is 30 by 30 yards.
Okay.
And there is a statue to Anubis on each wall, on the east wall, the west wall, and the south wall.
Okay.
And then there's like 10-yard wide and long chambers in the 4 corners.
Oh, this is a crypt.
Okay. Do they look like alcoves, or do they look like actual new rooms?
They look like alcoves.
Got it.
Does the priest mutters crypt, and I say, "Are you sure?" Using your religious lore.
Yeah, you're sure that this is some kind of burial crypt.
Sweet gold.
We're making money, but we're running out of ants.
Less people to split the profits with.
Oh my gosh, we lost the dog. We lost Chrome. We got Chrome back. We lost Lance. We lost Annie.
You notice how the heaviest hit is anybody who worships Anubis?
I know. I noticed that right away.
So you wouldn't,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had
And
this
I prayed to
problem.
him earlier, and he got mad at me.
So
Yeah.
what is in the room?
These big statues and the pedestals that are on that the statues are on top of, and then naturally the hieroglyphics talk about curses.
Okay.
More curses.
It just said you'll be cursed if you play with the statues.
Okay.
Okay.
Using your religion in any way, shape, or form, clerics, like, is there any way, since this guy worshipped these things, that he gets a bonus out of this, or he gets to come back, or is there anything like that? Any rites, any offerings?
Yeah. So is there anything we can do with this to see if we can get what do you call it, Lance back?
Yeah.
You might try human sacrifice.
Well, I think she's looking a little peaked at the moment, so that's not.
That won't work for you.
Are we in the room, or are we looking in the room?
You're pretty much in the room.
Okay.
So we've
So
got
how many statues is it? It's 4 statues.
3 statues and 4 alcoves.
Okay, what's in the alcoves?
We haven't gone in any of them yet.
Well, let's look at the alcoves.
Yeah, I'll go over and check out one of the alcoves. Maybe.
Trapdoor.
Oh, great. Wait, I'm half elf. Don't I get a roll to see if I detect it first?
There's a obvious trapdoor in each one
Oh,
of these alcoves.
I didn't fall through a. Okay.
He didn't suck you down, which is great.
Okay. And is it locked?
You're gonna try to open the trapdoor?
Well, I'm looking to see if it's padlocked on top. I'm not gonna.
You got this ring that you can either twist or pull or whatever, and maybe it'll open the trapdoor.
Okay. I check out the next alcove
Trapdoor.
and the one after that
Trapdoor.
and the last one.
Guess what's there?
I will go to one of the trapdoors, Jim, and I will loop my rope around the ring, and I will stand back and I'll pull it open.
I need to know which one because they're all different.
Okay, so we have what, a north, south, east, west?
Yes.
As Jim Morrison said, west is the best.
Okay, west is the best.
You don't
So-
know who Jim Morrison is. None of you people do, but I do.
Yikes.
Is it southwest or northwest?
Right.
Southwest is better.
Okay, very
Northwest's
good.
on fire.
All right. So he pulls it open, and this great big cloud of green gas comes bellowing out.
Oh, not again.
So that takes us to our good friend Drawn, who's making a poison saving throw.
Wait, I said we stood back.
Yeah, great. The whole room fills with green gas, just like people knew that these trapdoors would be opened, and so they wanted to make sure that they got everybody in the room.
Well, that makes sense, Jim.
Yeah.
That's how you D&D.
Uh-huh.
18.
So, 18, you're wonderful. How about Levi?
Smells great.
Levi? Are you with
19.
us?
19.
Oh, you guys are terrific. That takes us to Prometheus.
Oh, it's probably going to be something horrible.
Natural 1.
12.
So you take 10 points of damage, Prometheus.
Okay. Wait, what was my poison saving throw?
You're 5th level.
Yeah, hold on. I got it.
You're an 11.
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah, I know. You take 10 points of damage, Prometheus.
Okay.
Takes us to Arlen.
Who forgot to heal himself? Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh. Hey.
That's a natural 20, James.
Is
That's
that
like instant success.
Yeah, that's a real natural 20 as opposed to the fake natural 20s that you were trying to tell me were 20s last week. Which takes us to Wordna. Wordna, go ahead, my friend.
Oh, please. 16.
You guys are terrible. What is the deal here? Okay, so poison gas filling the room. What are you going to do, John?
Try and get everybody out of there, I guess.
And how are you doing that?
Guys, let's get out of here.
And what are you doing?
Yeah,
Getting out.
Yeah, let's.
Everyone can move on their own, right?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we leave.
Let's vacate. Wait for this
Okay.
gas to dissipate.
Are we all leaving?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, everybody leaves back into room 8.
Okay.
How long does it take the gas to dissipate?
Excellent question.
There's a dragon sight.
Oh, I'm going to light a torch.
You gonna light a torch? Yes, it's lit.
Yeah.
If only we still had an ant to send in.
And
Oh,
I'm going to keep it near the door where the gas is and burn it off. And burn it off.
okay. And a little bit of green gas leaks up from the bottom of the door.
And I burn it off.
Sure.
And I wait.
Okay. How long did you wait?
I'm going to wait until gas stops leaking out from the door.
Okay. 4.5 hours later,
Yes.
the gas stops leaking from the door.
While we're waiting for that gas to dissipate,
Yes.
can the clerics rest and start recovering spells?
I can at hour 4, so I'm going to start reading spells.
Let me think. Yeah, you guys can do that.
Could you heal us before you do that?
Yes. So, who needs healing?
I need healing.
Andy needs healing.
And Dean's dead.
Sexual healing.
Yeah, she's dead. So, Prometheus needs 10 points.
All right. So, first thing I'll do is I have healing, the skill. So I'll apply some poultices, some whatever, and I make that easily with a 17.
That's good for 5 points.
Okay, and then a cure light wounds.
Okay, 1d8.
1d8 for 6.
He's healed.
I'm healed. Thank you. Thank you, boss. I owe you.
And then Arlen needs some healing.
Yeah, I could touch myself.
Great. This is a family show, young man. Okay. Start healing. Go ahead, Arlen.
All right. Yes.
How much?
So, well, I rolled an 8, so it's an 8 plus. I'm 4th level. So what is that? Plus 1.
Yes.
So
that's
9 points.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 21.
Do you want me to hit you with mundane healing as well?
Yeah, I'll hold the 21. Save the spell.
All right. Well, no, it's a skill. I can do it once per day.
Oh, it's a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Go ahead. Roll them bones there.
I got an 18 this time.
Okay. He's definitely all healed up.
Awesome. Thank you.
That is awesome. What a great group.
All right, and then I'll start praying to recover spells, and also pray to see if we can't get some divination to find a way to recover some of our lost comrades, other than run back home.
Yeah, the answer is no to that, of course. unless you find the wish ring that's in this dungeon.
Is it in this dungeon nearby?
It's in the dungeon. Nearby is a relative term.
A relative term in the world of teleportation.
No,
Could you? Wait, we have a scrying
I
thing.
was just going to ask that.
That we have a scrying thing that he can grab.
Yeah, but it's metagaming. We don't know the ring exists. But
I thought he just did.
No. You know that there's a wish ring in this dungeon.
So, and I don't need to know what it looks like? Interesting. Okay.
No, you need to. Yeah, you need to know what it looks like to scry it, but that's that's not the point. The point is, there's one in here.
Got it.
Grab it. But don't use it. Let's wait till we're all dead.
No. See,
no.
Okay, he doesn't know where to look with his orb.
I have to know, so I can look at things I've seen before or things I have information on. So I'm going to actually test and you said it's also mental prowess because I can possibly transport. So I'm gonna take the crystal ball out and I'm going to picture the room with the Anubis statues and see if I can see if the gas is still in there.
The gas is still in there, and I said nothing about transportation.
Oh, I thought you said you could go through.
I
You
said
can
you
pull
could
through.
pull through. You
Pull
can pull
through.
something through the. You see it, and you grab it through the sphere
Yeah.
and pull it.
So like the function of mental prowess. I understand.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I am gonna. So Chrome, since I'm gonna be getting spells back, let me cast Elemental Blade to give you an upgrade weapon. That'll probably last 50 minutes when we get on the road.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So you have a longsword now? Did you buy?
No, I have a club. I
You
have a +1 club.
Got it. And Levi, you're using the
Quarterstaff.
The quarterstaff.
quarterstaff.
Yep.
All right. Which element
Fine.
do you guys want to work with? Do you want to work with fire? Do you want to work with ice? Do you want to work with electricity, or do you want to work with club as a jade heavier club? It just does more damage.
I'm leaning towards fire simply because we've seen a lot of things that are susceptible to it. But
Yeah.
The only danger is I don't know if the fire would affect just a regular. No, it actually says the weapon is not consumed. So okay, so you should be fine.
Fire.
All right. Your part of the equation is you guys both have to say, I have the power.
yes,
All right.
flaming
I will-
quarterstaff it is.
I will cast Elemental Blade and let them select the fire option.
Okay.
It's gonna be an good time in the old town tonight.
It'd be even better if you were alive, Scorpio.
I know.
I know,
You killed me though.
I had planned it for you too, Lance, so sorry about this.
It happens.
In the meantime, I'm going to re-memorize my spells. Jim, do you want me to list the changes in chat? How do you want me to send you up?
You get one spell an hour. So how many hours you taking?
Well, I
Well,
thought
you have to wait until the gas burns off.
right, I thought you said we had about 4.5 hours.
It was 4.5 hours for Drawn to get his spells.
Right, so I have only I only have 3 to replace.
Okay, so you're in that same time frame then.
Okay,
You've replaced your spell.
all right, thank you.
So I suppose I can pray and regain my augury.
Absolutely, my good friend.
Awesome.
And the gas is gone from that other room.
So if we re-enter that room and look down into the trap where the gas came out of, what do we see?
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. As you re-enter the room, you're attacked by 3 skeletons.
Yeah, no. James,
Do
no.
they have the same swords as before?
Wait, shouldn't we have like a surprise roll or something? I mean, it's not like I'm
You are surprised.
quite evident. Clearly.
Completely.
Surprise. Darn it.
So that's the damage they do.
All right.
Bummer.
That's not too bad. You take 6 points of damage, Prometheus.
Bastards. All right. I'm gonna hit one with my flaming +1 club.
Great. Roll a 20-sided die. Tell me what you get. We are
I get-
Thaco. Hang on. We are
My Thaco is
Thaco.
15. I roll a 14, 15. Yeah, 14.
Armor class 7.
Man.
I more than easily hit with my flaming club.
Very good.
So you get
roll,
to add an additional 2d4 for damage.
Okay.
okay. So roll
So
6. Roll 6 and 2d4. Roll all those 3 dice.
Look at that. Hammer.
Hit
How about a
them both.
7? Thank you. Thank you, Verdna.
You got a 7 total?
Yeah.
That's not really that good.
Oh.
But did you die?
But did you die? Well, at least we're doing something.
It looks like you put a little char mark on the skeleton's hip.
Good.
Not good.
And that takes us to Drawn.
Do you want me to turn these things, or because they'll probably just run back into the alcoves, I would imagine.
No, let's kill him.
All right, smashy, smashy.
Try.
15.
It's armor class 7. Do you hit 15?
Blah. God, Daco. Dear
Yes.
Lord. Yeah, I would
You
assume.
can't. You can't say yes, Prometheus.
I can't say yes. I'm chaos.
No. So what is your to hit armor class 0?
I'm looking it up right now because
Like
you know,
Okay, that's good.
It's like 16.
This is easy to do.
Wait, it's armor class 0 or armor class 7?
That's right. I am chaos actual.
chaos actual. Yeah, I only need a 13 to hit. An 11 to hit armor class 7.
Okay, very good. So you do your damage.
I love doing my damage, and it's a blunt weapon
Okay.
for 5 points.
Okay. You've chipped its hip bone.
Damn.
That takes us to my good friend Levi.
All right. I got a natural 20.
Yes,
That's some
Natural-
foo for you right
natural
there.
Wow,
That's how you
very
D&D.
nice.
We call you the Hebrew hammer.
Yeah, really.
That's right.
You completely destroy a skeleton.
Yes.
All right.
That takes us to Wordna.
Sheath Steam Fenster, and I will shoot the shards at one of them.
You completely destroy another one. There's only one left. Arlen.
+1 club.
Wow, that sounds good.
20.
Oh, that's a hit. A most palpable hit.
19.
19 is very nice. So roll your damage.
All right.
Which damage, man?
Chicken stuffed ass is the best.
No, I don't have the damage noted for the +1 club.
D6.
Okay.
Yep.
40 damage.
That's a
That is a 7.
All right, very good. That's maximum. So that's 3 skeletons dead.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll take it.
Okay,
What about their
very good.
Yeah, what about the stuff?
Let's
All
see.
right, they have rich-looking amulets on their chests, and their swords glow green.
Okay. Is there hieroglyphs on the amulets that tell us we'll be cursed if we touch them?
No, have I used that too much there, Nick?
Then I'm gonna snap that. I'm gonna snap the amulet off the first bastard I can.
Okay, yeah, there it is in your hand.
Is it magic?
It's something, and you get an uneasy feeling.
Let's back. Don't-
Wait, does Prometheus get an uneasy feeling? Because that usually means good.
Yes, that's an uneasy feeling, Prometheus.
Okay. I'll hand it over to the wizard.
Okay,
it's probably
there you go.
magical.
There you go, wizard.
Spellcraft on it.
Some kind of terribleness.
Yeah, if we're taking them when we're just bagging them, but these look bad.
Hey, if we're gonna win that drinking contest, we're gonna have to get Lance back.
Yeah.
That's true. We're going to need to give them money, and these things are probably worth money.
I've got an 18 con.
You probably don't
Oh.
have enough gold to even make it worth a drinking contest.
Yeah, and it's not like we can actually make it back from where we're at currently.
At
Well-
the present time, the diadem will be going to the dwarves.
That's not good.
I mean, Andine had a great constitution too before you killed her, Prometheus.
Yeah.
He was a bitch.
Dron, do you want to put the 3 amulets in your backpack of holding?
Let's do it. What's up with the swords?
And the glowing swords. Chrome, you're the only one of us who uses a sword.
Yeah, is it a glowing sword? Is it magic? Is it a magic
Yes,
weapon of
it's
power?
definitely magical.
They're Egyptian swords?
Yes, they are.
Ooh,
I can't
Kopes.
use those, right?
Kopeshes,
No.
what do they say?
No,
Kadeshes.
Kaddish, yeah, you can use it at Kaddish.
I don't have the proficiency.
Oh, that's all right, because it's a sword.
Okay.
So you can use it. It's actually a sword and a mace together.
Well, then I'll take one,
Okay, you have one, and it
Stick
glows.
the rest in the bag.
and then we'll bag the rest.
Yep.
Okay, did you just do some multitasking there, Lance?
Yeah, he's dead.
You,
I was a ghost speaking
when
from
I
the
died, when I died like 2 sessions ago, I just muted and cried.
that's right. That's right. Don't go. You can make comments, but you can't give advice, young man.
Damn.
We
my
bagged the
ghost
swords, and now Jim,
banned, okay.
I'd like to look down into the trap door.
That one that you opened up a long time ago,
Yeah.
it's closed now.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Hang on now. Oh no, we'd never looked down there. Shoot, I had an idea, but no.
Well, how about? Okay, I got an idea.
Yeah.
How big is the room?
This is 30 by 30.
Large, actually.
What if we tie ropes at all the trapdoors and open them at once?
What
That's
a
what I
great
was
idea!
thinking.
I love that idea.
We should get out of the room first.
Yeah, that sounds mentally.
Might be
That's why I
kinda
want to know
hard
how big it was.
So
to
so
open.
wait a minute. I've got a question. So are the trapdoors preventing us from looking in the alcoves? Is that what?
No,
where we're
the
at?
trapdoors are in the alcoves.
So they're underneath. You lift the door up, and it would expose whatever is beneath it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did the skeletons come from?
You don't know.
Tracking.
Well, we opened the southwest door, right?
Tracking.
You open.
It's a
No,
dusty. It's a
no
dusty chamber.
Yeah.
Tracking.
I
You know
think
that would have worked great if you guys hadn't walked all over the area. you
Well,
know,
I
at
mean,
the
don't I have
beginning.
a slim chance, like a 99 and a 00?
Okay, fine. I'll give you a 99 and a 00. Roll them bones.
Oh, come on, chaos.
Whoa!
Am I,
opposite.
am I seeing a
Exact
one?
opposite.
So
he was
so
giving
zero.
you number one.
So,
You got it.
so 0
Uh,
or 1 wins, right?
Oh my God. No, he gets nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are by a trapdoor. What are we doing?
Well, perhaps there's a secret door.
Okay, you should look for secret doors. How many hours do you want to spend?
Is there any kind of process of elimination looking at the room that might tell me where to look?
Nope.
These skeletons came from somewhere.
Yes, they did.
Probably from within the trapdoor as we were running out.
Hmm.
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 Oh, I got to put down 3 skeletons too. So you've killed a black pudding and 3 skeletons.
And lost 2 party members. No treasure.
I don't usually give experience for the death of party members.
And we're nowhere near getting out of this dungeon.
It doesn't look like you are. No.
Well, we could try and go back to the transport room and see if it's a two-way.
Here's what I say. I say, like, we should probably all search this room for however long it takes for secret doors. Or
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, great. So,
Right.
so 19 hours later, you find no secret doors. You've eaten several meals, and you've eliminated waste in a corner of the room.
Okay. So there's that. We got that going for us, guys.
We've lightened our load a little.
I think we're going to have to go back to the transport room and see if that takes us back.
It didn't. We already went through the transport room.
We went through the door and it brought us here.
Yeah.
No, he would like to go through it again the other way.
And see if it reverses.
All right. Well, let's try that.
Okay, so we walk up
We all
there,
go
we walk up there, we walk up there, we walk into the transport room, and then you're in the room, and there's a door to the east.
We'll walk through the east door.
And it opens up into a big 30 by 30 room with an opening to the east.
So we're still here. Let's take a look, make sure. I don't think the other one looks the same. Hang on.
And what's here? Like, where's here?
Big empty room.
I like drop an iron spike on the floor and walk through the east door.
There's no east door, there's an east opening.
Is that,
do
is that
we
what the
see-
arch is?
Do we see an archway at the end of the opening?
Yes.
Oh, so it
Alright.
did bring us. Okay.
Yeah. We're back
Is this
where
the same room? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
we're
Yeah,
back where we
well-
started.
No, right. We're back to the original place. I don't know if it is the same though, but it did bring us back.
So I assume
tell-
there's a sarcophagus ahead.
Yeah, there is one, as a matter of fact. That's good memory on your part. Aren't teleporters magnificent? In
Great.
1974, Gary filled his dungeons with teleporters. He was such a genius.
Pure hell.
Yeah.
And how did you guys deal with teleporters?
Well, sometimes he would give us a clue. Lightning bugs would fly in the area, or we heard the sound of little fairy bells. Sometimes, so
Okay.
we marked them as teleporters, but other times he didn't, and we had to learn the hard way.
Are they worth going through as an experienced engineer? Would you say?
Many times you can't go any other way than the teleporter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like in these two places, you can't go any other way but the two teleporters.
Is there any way, going back to the Anubis statue and the gems there, that the clerics know of any way to bring back Lance Scorpio?
Okay, the answer is no, but you aren't back there yet.
Oh, okay.
So we're in that big 30 by 30 yard room, and in the next room to the east is that sarcophagus that you guys left alone because you were scared. And there's a door to the north and a door to the south, and the circular stairs going down.
Well, based on the time, we're probably, I mean, it's 20 of 6. You guys, or 20 of, what is that, 20 of 3 for you guys?
Yes.
Do you want to navigate our way back, or do you want to try the other door or the staircase?
We've got 20 minutes. Let's try a door.
Right. Right. So
Okay.
I heard Chaos wants to play with the sarcophagus.
can we go?
No, the Chaos has decided not to play with the sarcophagus this time.
Let's go to the south door, Jim.
Okay, so you go to that south door, and you open it up, and it's a great big room.
No. Off the map again. Darn it. Okay.
Yeah.
How big of a room?
50 yards by 50 yards with a door in the middle of the west wall, and you hear the fluttering of wings.
Like fairy wings?
Another portable. Another portal.
I'm glad it's not a portable.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
Wait a second. When I cast that augury, it said everyone would die except me, right?
No, it said no. That's very important. You got Drawn, Levi, Scorpio, and Wordna die.
We would die. Yeah. All right. 30 by. Where's the door in this
No,
case?
it's 50 by 50, buddy.
Yep.
With
West.
a door in the middle of the west.
West wall. That's
Yeah, the west wall. Yes, and the wings. Yes, the wings. The wings. The magical wings. Okay, that happens. I'm rolling dice. I have to roll lots of dice.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, Black Dragon spew acid.
I know. Look at that. Oh, you know what? Is your little toy dragon invisible?
Yes.
Okay, then I can't get that. Okay, so my good friend Prometheus
Yeah.
took 5 points of damage.
Son of a biscuit.
I know. My good friend.
From what?
You don't know. My good friend Drawn took 6 points of damage.
Dear Lord.
My good friend Weedna took 8 points of damage.
Is it magical in nature?
You don't know.
Do I have a chance to resist MR?
No, you don't. My
No.
good friend Levi took 6 points of damage. And Arlen took 9 points of damage.
But he's not your good friend.
Exactly. Where are the two bodies? Are they in the portable backpacks?
Yes.
Yes. Bag.
All right, very good. And you hear the fluttering of wings.
In this 50 by 50 room.
Yes.
What's the nature of the damage?
Uh,
Are we burnt? Are we?
that's a fair question. It's
Burnt.
a lot like a very large mosquito bite
Yeah, I guess.
in your backs.
Great.
In our backs.
I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, very good.
I think Sanctuary affects more than one person, doesn't it?
Yes.
Only if I wanted to.
I like
No,
your
it-
style.
It
Well
only
said.
affects. It only affects one creature. I'm sorry.
All right, very good. All right, so let's do John. What are you doing?
Spin around, obviously. Can we see something?
Nope, that takes the Levi.
I'm gonna go use a thief skill, hide in shadow.
Okay, that takes us to Wordna.
I will clap my hands and go Wraith form.
Okay, that takes us to Prometheus.
So, it's a big room.
Yeah.
50 by 50.
We opened the door and we walked in,
Yes.
and then suddenly we got stabbed in the back.
Yes.
I will look up.
You see a bunch of birds.
Up there.
Yeah.
Sturges.
Oh.
Yep. Nasty little weasels.
Kill it with fire.
I have
Okay.
my flaming club, and I will, if they come, I'm going to hit them.
Okay, very good. Arlen? Uh-oh. Arlen, you're breaking up, buddy.
They're not reachable by club, right?
No, they aren't.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to. Who's wounded?
All of us.
Everybody.
Everyone is.
Okay, who's wounded that has a ranged weapon?
I'm going to be able to cast sleep on them next round.
I have,
Okay,
I have a crossbow.
Okay, then I'll cast Cure Light Wounds on Wordna.
Okay, very good. That's very smart of you. I got this one. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, I'm rolling dice. Ooh, that's too bad. Oh, wait, now, Wordna, I don't think you can cast it on Wordna because you have to touch him, and he's in a wrath for him. So he can't cast it, can he?
And touch me? No, I'm not corporal. You're correct.
Okay, so touch somebody else.
It has to be drawn then.
Okay. I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay, very good. Let me go back to rolling my dice.
Bummer.
Okay, my goodness, I got some marvelous rolls this time.
Oh, dear Lord.
Marvelous.
Prometheus, my good friend, you are down to 11.
Okay.
That takes us to Drawn, who's down to 11.
Dear Lord.
Woodna, I can't touch.
Team number.
Levi is down to 17.
Even though I'm hiding in shadows?
Yeah. And my good friend Arlen is down to 11.
Wait, I had Sanctuary. Did they make their save versus
throw.
magic?
You peeked out and touched somebody on the shoulder.
It's not an invisibility though. Okay.
Okay, that's very good. So now it's Drawn's turn.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame at
Ooh.
the batch of them, so that'll cover a 3-foot diameter, so as many as I can get in that.
Okay, that you do know that this is a 50-yard by 50-yard area.
That's all right. We're fairly concentrated though, so as they're coming in to dive bomb us, I'll try and smack some of them.
Okay, so 2 fall to the floor, burnt and dead. Levi?
So for the most part, I'm kind of assuming that these things are coming in at me. So I'm ready to take a swing at them.
Okay, great. You don't see anything to swing at. Which takes us to Wordna.
Forever sleep.
That only gets how many?
8 hit dice worth.
Okay, so you get 3 of them fall to the floor.
Wow.
Takes us to the mighty Prometheus.
Since I was aware of them and waiting for them, was I given an attack?
They attacked you, but you weren't aware of it.
Yes, I was the one who spotted them and looked up.
Yeah, great. I'm with you there, Prometheus.
And I said, I'm waiting for them to attack.
Yeah, and you saw no attack.
Okay.
So that takes us to Arlen.
All right.
I have another Cure Light Wounds. I'm going to use it on Wordna this time.
What a nice... You can't.
He's still Wraith
Wordna
form.
is in Wraith form.
No, then I guess I'll do it
I
to
can
my.
use it.
You could use it.
Yes, please.
You got everyone killed last time. All right.
How did I get
that
everyone
attitude.
killed?
Okay, I got it. I got it. All right. All right, their turn again. Here I go. Your solutions are... Oh, my goodness. That was a nice roll.
How many of these are there?
There could be hundreds.
All right, why are we here?
I don't know. Why are you? Why are you here?
We're feeding the Sturges.
I know. So, Prometheus is down to 12.
Oof.
You notice, Prometheus, that they're attacking your back only. Drawn is down to 5.
Dear Lord.
Andrew, I can't touch, unfortunately. Levi, I missed completely. And my good friend Arlen is down to 4.
I think we need to withdraw.
I do too.
A little bit.
Come on, you don't want to retreat. Come on.
How many do we
Retreat.
see left?
Well, you see a good 40.
Yeah.
So it's probably time to run away.
Okay,
It's time to retreat.
so we're going back into the sarcophagus room.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, very good. There you are.
Close that door.
And the door's closed.
Do we look
We need to fall back to the castle now.
Sturges? What do we call them?
There's some big mosquitoes in this dungeon.
Yeah.
I know.
They should really
50 or
spray.
50 or 60 sturges is nothing.
Yikes.
We need some netting.
Wait till you see the giant sturges. Then you'll really be unhappy.
That can't be good.
Can't be good. But
Well,
you,
I guess we're going to have to make our way out.
All right.
you're going to walk out. Okay, so Andrew, you got to get us out.
All right. So we're going to walk through the north door past the Anubis statue
Yes?
into the room with the 2 chests where
Yes?
we came from behind. Go
Yes?
up the corridor and then turn. And then I have to switch maps. Anyone else have the original map? Hang on.
Keep going north, I think.
Yeah,
and you
I
get
can
to
help you with that. You go up north, and you definitely go out.
Chroma.
And the
You're-
dwarves
Oh.
dwarves definitely grab the diadem.
You guys
With our bet,
game first?
What?
we have our wager.
Oh, we can do a wager. Okay, and that diadem is worth $5,000, so that's what they'll wager.
Whoa. All right. So what do they want to do? A drinking game? How do we play?
Drinking game is fine. You pick one of your members to drink, and you can pick one of their members to drink, and they'll each drink as much ale from a big barrel as possible in 28 heartbeats.
Who's got the 18 Constitution?
I do.
Right on. You're the man.
With 4 hit points. I'm sitting there. I'm like anemic. I'm gonna be putting my mouth to the
Okay.
bung of this barrel.
You will feel better.
So this is Arlen
So
doing
hold
this?
on real quick. They have 4 dwarves there, and where's the barrel at?
The barrel's right there by the dwarves.
The barrel's right there in the room. And how will it go? We will drink first.
No. You'll both dip pitchers into the barrel and
Oh, and you
drink
try
as
to
fast-
drink as much as you can.
Yeah, and 20,
So it's not really a drinking contest for Constitution. It's a dexterity contest.
they call it a drinking contest.
I would like to play with my 18 dexterity because I think I'm faster at drinking.
Instead
It's a
of the
faster drinking
Constitution?
contest. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Well, if you're making about who can drink the most, it would
Yes.
seem that you have to go faster.
Does everybody
this-
agree to that?
Does this
And-
boil down to a roll, a dice roll?
Well, it's going to depend on whether the dwarves agree to it or not.
No, the dwarves are just fine.
I'm just trying to say, like, okay, the contest, as I understand it, is we get a dipper, right? And we
Yeah.
start drinking.
Yeah.
And what do you make a Constitution roll every time to see if you lose it, or how's
No,
that?
we're
Work?
gonna roll. We're gonna roll 2 dice.
And then what happens? What do the 2 dice determine?
The highest roll on the 2 dice wins the contest.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I have endurance as one of my skills,
Ooh.
That would definitely help.
and I have an 18 dex?
So you're
That
the
would definitely.
All
That
right.
would definitely help.
you
Then
are,
I would like to do that.
Okay,
I
very
would-
good.
See what happens to Prometheus.
All right.
Can
So
I get some healing?
I'm sorry. What?
Can I get some healing from my clerics?
I already
dwarves-
used my two curing.
Okay, just
So-
in case.
In answer to your question, no.
Okay,
All right.
I will drink against dwarves.
Okay. So 2 6-siders apiece, and you get +2 on your dice.
Nice.
Both of them.
Okay, I like that.
It's just wonderful. The dwarf rolls a 9.
Whoa.
Oh,
I roll a 12.
10.
That's pretty disgusting. Okay, so you win, and on this trip, you get charged nothing.
we thank them for a worthy game, and we tell them we'll be back soon.
Yeah, they're pleased. They thought it was a fun game too.
All right, we're gonna head back.
Okay, so
Are the there?
I believe all the horses have been eaten again.
Oh, freaking trolls.
I'm gonna whistle and say, "Area Ukla ride," and summon my mount.
Yeah, you do.
All right, and we'll head back.
Are you gonna
We all start jogging.
keep up with these guys, or are you just gonna go fast?
No, I'll keep up with them.
All right. You get back to Greyhawk, and it's time for experience and treasure.
So
All right.
we want to did we want to do that behind the curtain, or did we want
Yeah, let's wrap the show now, and then we'll divvy.
Excellent. Thanks again for everybody hanging out with us today and spending a little time as we not kill characters. But our poor choices led to that. As sci-fi writers play old school D&D with Jim Ward. Parting thoughts before we hit the button?
You guys did really good. I'm proud of you.
We fed sturges and trolls again.
Yeah. But
This is
you did not feed black puddings.
We should start a zoo.
Actually, I did feed it a quarter staff. So.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys, everybody, for coming to hang out with us, and just make sure to share the video online so we can get more people interested. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right.
We're out.